I gotta figure this stuff out. Oh no, not my Google account. Please no. I don't even know what's there. I need to. Am I live? I'm live, y'all. There we go. I understand it now. I get it. I finally understand and get it now. Oh my goodness, we made it. So yeah. I thought today would be a good little story time about, I guess I'll make it big screen for this part. Yeah, I guess I don't even really need a screen yet like that. So yeah, man. How y'all doing? What's popping? It's your boy, Big Church, you know what I'm saying? I didn't always go by Big Church. I did not always go by Big Church. People ask me, how'd you get your name? How did Big Church happen? Well, it's a really long story. It's a really, really long story. I guess we can kind of start with, gosh, it's a long story. We could start with, take my shoes off. So, back in the day, I'm not trying to get my life story, but, I was born in the Bay Area. I was born in Vallejo, lived in Fairfield, and then my parents got divorced. They was married for 14 years. I got an older sister. I was the youngest. And I moved to Washington State. I actually moved to Everett at first. And then my mom got a boyfriend that lived in Tacoma. So then we moved to Tacoma. More like Spanaway, really. Yeah, it was a Tacoma address, but lived in Spanaway. It was over by 176. So if you know, I think that's Spanaway. So I moved over there, and I would move every 2 years. And then I would move every 2 years, even in different areas of the same city. So I would go to a new school pretty much every 2 years of my whole life. So it's pretty good at meeting people, but I didn't really have a lot of long lasting friendships, you could say. If I went and visited that area again, we'd be friends and stuff, but it's not like I was used to seeing the same people year in, year out, So, which, some people be like, I kind of liked it because or at least I'm used to it. I like change. I like refreshing, and I like meeting new people. I like it when people get to meet me, if that makes sense. It's kind of cocky, but I like introducing myself to people. It's not necessarily I'm interested in meeting new people. I'm interested in making people experience me. New people experience me. Because I know that I'm a very unique individual. And I know that you're not gonna meet a lot of people like me. So it's interesting to spectate somebody meeting, at least me. I don't know how it is for y'all, but I think it's interesting seeing how people respond to meeting somebody like me. So, the only time that I went to a school longer than 2 years is when I went to, it was an elementary called Shiny Mountain, but then I went to Bethel Junior High School. I was there for 3 years essentially, but I was at the school that was right next to it before. So pretty much I was in the same kind of area for 4 years. and that was in Spanway. And then I met a good friend. You know, he ended up being basically like my brother. His name was Dorian, but we call him Stress. Everybody know him as Stress. And we had a pretty like symbiotic relationship where we was always around each other and always, you know, we would do a lot of activities together. You know, if there was a thing, we were both probably gonna go. You know, like yeah, if one of us was going to a thing, the other person was probably finna go. And then he started like kind of like gangbanging pretty much. I mean, he was gangbanging, yeah. And then I would get kind of involved in his gangbanging and kind of got involved in it myself. I don't speak on it too much because that's a whole different kind of politics and it gets messy, and I'm not about to be I'm not getting dragged into none of that kind of stuff, especially if I made it out the way I made it out. So it's not worth the cool points to me necessarily. But essentially, we was gangbanging in a way. I mean, like, how do I put it? Like niggas, he was gangbanging and I was gangbanging, but I wasn't like. It's almost like I was there to like, just to kind of make sure that he didn't get too messed up in situations. And I was low-key brainwashed by it in a way. But I would like hide it from my parents and stuff like that. And then people knew I was hiding it from my parents and stuff like that. But they knew in a way, but like I was just involved very much, you could say. I'm not even gonna say like I was like super active like that. I'm not even trying to put too much on it. I'm just giving context because essentially Yimpin is kind of like, at least how I've seen it, it's not like in a book somewhere that it's like this, but it's kind of like a graduation from gangbanging in a way, because while you're rising through the ranks of gangbanging and such, you get people under you, like little homies and stuff, and you can tell them what to do. So it kind of teaches leadership in a way by being a follower. So you can kind of pass that along to people. You teach them how to be a leader by them being a follower, etc. So it's kind of like, as you graduate to that, essentially I got to a certain point where niggas wasn't really telling me what to do. And I was the smartest one, I would have to say. I mean, the big homie was hella smart though. The big homie BC was hella smart. He's hella smart. He beat me at chess. He beat me at a lot of games and stuff, and like strategic stuff. He's a smart dude, and he got dumb hands. So it's like, yeah, but and he was business minded. Really, what happened with him? He just got a bunch of kids. He got a bunch of kids early and had to settle down. But he could have been doing all the stuff I'm doing. That's essentially what I was trying to do. Is when I was really young, I was like, if most criminals or if most like, you know, street dudes or whatever, they're in the media, at least they're kind of dumb, and I'm smart, and technically like I'm not no silver spoon nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna say like, oh, I got the street card, but like, I was outside. You feel me? And like, my upbringings can be a little gully, but you know what I'm saying? Like, if anybody could do it and do it well, it would be me. And I wanted to get a group of other people that also could do the stuff that I'm trying to do. It's almost like organized crime, but not organized crime. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wasn't trying to be chopping people's fingers off, and I didn't necessarily want power. I just wanted to live life by my means, and you need to look at yourself and see what you're good at and how you could apply yourself in the best way. Because you could try to do what someone else is doing, but you're not made of the same stuff they're made of. So you shouldn't try to do what they're trying to do. And that means that you should do something that you should try to do because you're made of different things. You have different attributes. You have different techniques. You have different things that you know how to do. Different skills, yeah, skills. You have different skills, different skill set, and all that. Different personality type. You have to do what works well for your personality type. So I thought of that really young, at like 10, 11. It's kind of like, you know, if I was to start on this path now, then I could end up being who knows what. I mean, I wanted to be a rapper, you could say, but like I wanted to be more than that. I wanted to be just I guess like what I am. I want to be who I am now. So like, anyways. But what I wanted to do it with a bunch of other like-minded individuals and turn up the world. That's what I really wanted to do. And I met one individual that was very much along those lines, and another individual he ended up having kids. Basically, they all ended up having kids. Everybody had a bunch of kids when they was like 18, 19. All my homies from back in the day, they all got like 5 kids, like 4 baby mamas and shit like that. Like, almost all of them. Some of them only got like 1 or 2. You know, they all got kids. I'm the only one that don't got no kids. I don't know. I knew that would get in the way of the grand plan. So I always had the grand plan in my hand, in my mind, in the back of it and the front of it. No Diddy, you know what I'm saying? Like, I always got the plan in my hand. So I kind of based my whole plan off of stress in a way to where I was like, I kind of like even felt like, not like he was like the main character, but it was like, oh, he had like a lot of gravity, and like I truly appreciated who he was, and I wanted to see more of that in the world. You know what I'm saying? It sounds kind of like, I don't know, kind of gay, but it's like you see somebody that you appreciate. Like, if you see somebody and you want to see more of that in the world, I mean, that's usually if you see someone you like being around that person, you like that person, you want to see more of that. You wish you could have more people like that. So I was like, yeah. And he had a good amount of influence. I had influence too. We both we were very similar in a lot of ways, and we were different in a lot of ways too. But like they're very they work together. But what ended up happening? I mean, he had a bunch of kids early. He still kind of pulled. I tried to force it anyways. I said, nigga, you live with me. The nigga lived at my grandma's house. I mean, I didn't tell him you live with me. I mean, we would always just kick it anyways. Like, I'd either stay over at his crib or he'd stay at my crib or some shit like that. And then we would just do that. We even have bitches come through. It's just pick one. We finna, one in one room, one in the other type beat. We was tearing shit down. We was beating niggas up. We was doing the whole shebang. You know what I'm saying? The only time a nigga might do something to either of us is if we was by ourselves completely. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that's the only time I lost a fight or anything like that out there was I fought this Samoan nigga that I had beef with his little brother. So I fought his older brother. He's I don't know, had to be 18 at the time. I don't know, he's up to high school. I was 15. Bro, knocked me out. I lost one other fight too, but I fought 2 people that day. And the second fight, the dude got me. But that was in Sacramento. But up in Washington, I only had that one, I think. I can't think of another. Did I get beat up out there? No. Nah, yeah, I just got knocked out that time. I didn't get knocked out and slept. He hit me, and I don't remember the whole fight. The nigga said I went and walked over somewhere, and then I don't know. I ended up in the office with my 4th grade girlfriend's mom, because she worked at that school. I was like, why are you here? What is happening? It was one of the weirdest experiences you could think of, kind of. So confused. You just knocked out there, you know what I'm saying? Huh? You just come to, you're just boom, wait. You just wake up and you're just huh? But I was already sitting down. I was there, and then I wasn't there, and then I was just there. I don't know. Anyway, don't fight Samoans. I don't know. He ended up being on Washington's Most Wanted later on for fucking for trying to impersonate a police officer and buying guns at a gun show. I'm like, what the heck? What the hell? Anyways, it's random. Yeah. Randomly. Someone like saw that. I was like, hey, wasn't this that one dude? Yeah, I ended up trying to like jump him a bunch of times after. This was a whole I used to be stupid. I was gonna say a bad word, but I was smart, but I was dumb. But anyways, all my friends had kids. Wumpty wumpty. Me and my boy was tight. We be beating people up, stuff like that, knocking hoes down, macking hoes, getting money from girls, stuff like that. And then he actually like this is like the first time I like told a girl to give me some money, like a larger sum. And I'm not gonna say a whole bunch. It was like, what was it, like $300? It's like $300. This is way back in the day. This is not pimping. This is not pimping. This is just first time I straight asked a girl for some money. And then she wasn't trying to give it to me, right? And I was just like, man, I was hella hot. I hit up bro, and I was like, cause he had already been kind of, he was breaking girls before me. Like he was just breaking them, but he wasn't like straight yimping. He did try another time. I'm gonna talk about that in a second. But then he was just like, he was like, oh, I hit him up and I was like, yo, she's not trying to give me the money. Like what? Like I was like, should I like spaz out or should I just like bounce? Like I was wondering like should I finesse it a certain way? Like how should I game this? You know, I will not say that I recommend asking other dudes for game in a situation. Don't ever do like I mean you could do that. No, you could do that. Don't ever let the girl see you do that. She didn't see that, but I'm just saying, I just gotta put the disclaimer in there. Don't ever let a girl see you asking another dude for game. Because it's gonna like diminish the value of your game by a large amount. You know what I'm saying? You went from God to middleman, like in a split second. Don't do that. But anyways, I haven't done that. I don't do that really. I kind of did. I said like my boy said, Wumpty Wumpty, we can go over to Wumpty Wumpty. They said there's bread over there. That's like the most I've done. And even then, don't do that. You gotta be like, there's bread there. Don't say someone told you. You could say like you figured it out, but don't say somebody told you, bro. The word gotta come from you. It can't come from around. I mean, you can say like let's say you're doing OFM. I'm in a bunch of courses. You could say that, because then it's like, okay, this information isn't just coming from some guy. When it's some street shit, that's different. But if it's like you're doing something corporate, you're doing OFM, then it's like, if you don't know what OFM is, ask me. Hit me in the DM, ask me. I'll tell you. But so I asked him, I was like, what should I do? She's not trying to give me the money. And he was like, yo, just spaz out, just like just turn up on her, you know what I'm saying? He said just turn up on her. So like I was just like, yeah, that's what he's like, yeah, just get hella mad. Cause my whole thing, I already had like a whole other game, but then she just wasn't trying to give it to me, so I just like turned up on her. And I was like, you better give, you know what I'm saying? Like you better give it, not like beat her, like obviously not beat her up, and don't threaten violence. But just just get hella mad. And then she did. And I will say, I haven't really had to do that since, really. It's almost like because I did that then, I can, I don't like put on, but like it's coming. They know it's coming. They just know it's coming before. I mean, I've obviously turned up on a girl, but not about like, you're not giving me the bread. I haven't had to do that. Like, that's crazy. But yeah. She wasn't trying to give me no bread, and then I turned up on her, and then she gave me the bread, and then she kept on giving me bread. So yeah, so he kind of showed me that, and then like he like tried to have like he was messing with a girl, and then she had a friend who she's just kind of like a renegade, like 304 ski, like does that. Like a lot of time, like up in Washington in the Bay Area and stuff, like girls will do it, but it's not like they don't make it their whole persona. Like that's just like it's regular, so they just do it. But like she was like a 304 ski, like that's what she was about. And then I think she was like homeless at the moment or something. So then they was trying to have her be at my crib, and it was my grandma's crib, and like it was cool, but it's not that cool. So I was like, especially if you trying to like sell her, like that was the whole reason why you trying to have her there. And then they was trying to hit moves up the road in another city, and then come back. And I was just kind of like, bro, if you're doing that, one, like that's risky. Kind of like I want in on that. Like have me orchestrate it, because I'm the orchestrator. I'm the planner when it comes to all these kind of things. I'm the guy you hit a lick. I'm the one making sure that like I'm not keeping watch. I'm in there, but I'm looking out for stuff that you're not even asking me to look for. I'm just looking out for that. We hitting the lick. I'm looking for where the stuff is. I'm making sure the door's locked. I'm making sure I'm checking for the alarm system. I'm checking for a dog. I'm checking for all the stuff. He could peep stuff too, but I peep danger. I peep what can go wrong. So I get that from my mom, but I could just always know what can go wrong. So I'm paranoid, but it's not even paranoia. It's just I'm prepared. I'm cautious. Even if you're gonna take a risk, you gotta be cautious. I mean, you could throw your dick in the wind, but like you should probably still look around and make sure you know what's coming. You know? So like he was trying to do that. So I was like, nah, bro. Like, you're not finna stay here and have her over here, and y'all gonna do that. Y'all probably gonna, something bad could happen and stuff like that. You're not just finna leave that over here. I don't even know about all that like that, but I know I can orchestrate a better plan than whatever y'all about to come up with. So I basically told him, like, you gotta bounce. So he took him, his girl, the other girl, they bounced. I get a call. You have a collect call from Stress. At King County, da-da-da-da-da. Man. Yeah, he's like, yeah, they was trying to, I ain't gonna, you know what I'm saying? But basically, I know the details of it, but the lady was under investigation. Let's just say that. She was being watched. So I had to pick him up. He got out of it. She was stitch lip. Good job. Everybody cool. But after that, I was like, yeah, nah. Like, I told you. Like, yeah. Because, I mean, I've been intrigued with it, but my mom always told me pimps was lazy. I wasn't trying to do it. I was a trapper. I was the one. I always had stuff. I ain't going to say exactly what I had, but I had a lot. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I was a trapper. So, I always wanted to earn my keep. But then I understood, seeing that go wrong. On top of that, first time someone showed me how to do it, man, you know what? I ain't even gonna, that's too federal. But basically, I've had OGs that I rapped with and stuff like that back in the day. They would show me how to get my yimp on, you know what I'm saying? How to do it in different cities and stuff like that. We're kind of like, hey, you could do that, And I was just kind of like, yeah, I trap, you know what I'm saying? I'm a trapper. I'm a businessman, you know what I'm saying? I didn't see the business in it. I thought it was just, yelling at girls, making them give you money, because that's all I knew about from the other thing. I just knew yell at a girl, make her give you some money. I mean, obviously, like, spit game, whatever. I didn't understand that whole thing. But also, this other thing happened. There's so many different building blocks to how I ended up even doing all this. Because it's not even like I put on like some person, like, I'm gonna be a pimp. I'm gonna start yipping. Like, it's not like that. Like, if anything, I fought the funk for so long. I didn't want to do it. Everybody would kind of like point at it. Like, I knew dudes in high school doing it. I knew, like I said, like people I rap with that did it. I knew like my big homie's brother would do it, and then just it was all around. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody did it, and like I was just like, nah, I'm not gonna do it. But then the people they'd be like, you're kind of like the type to do it. I even had girls that I had a girl when I was 14 try to. She was also like 14, like I think she was 15, but she was just like, yeah, like I'll do that and you can da da da. I'm just like, what, like it was like attacking me from every angle. Every angle is just like, do it, And then there's another situation like that. I'm trying to remember it, but like whatever. Basically, from every angle, everybody would try to get me to do it. Say that. Oh yeah, I was gonna say some girl went to Vegas to go do it, and then called me and was like, "This is what you need to get out of there and go do this out here and stuff." And I was like, "I feel that." It kind of had like a random heart to heart. She wasn't even like, "You need to come out here and do it with me." She was just like, "This is like the kind of stuff that you would do. This it fits your whole archetype. Like do that." And I'm just like, I don't know. I was still trapped at that time, but then yeah. So then he tried to. OG told me how, was kind of telling me I should do it, and then one day like. It's kind of multiple things kind of happened at the same time. So like, so okay, so I had a girlfriend at the time, and for like a while, so a few years, and then she like signed me up for my college stuff. She like did all my stuff. I didn't even do it. She just did it. I was like, cool, because really I just needed money for my re-up. Honestly, like I could get financial aid. So like I was like, oh yeah, let me get the financial aid. I get like a $1,600 check. I'm like, yeah, I'll go to school for 3 months and do whatever. I mean, cause I'm smart. I was in like gifted program stuff back in the day. Like this is whatever. I'll have to go and plus the school, whatever. I'll do some college, whatever. I'll do that, and then I can trap at school too. So it's like, I'm of course, yeah, I'm gonna go. So then I did that, and then I actually met the first girl I ever started working with in my first class there. But I didn't work with her then at all. I just met her there. And then I would like sell her weed sometimes and stuff like that. But then we was cool. But I didn't like try to get at her really like that. We was just cool. But then so I went to school, but then I ended up like dropping out of it later on. Like I did like 3 semesters, and then like I was like college. I was credit heavy. And then I couldn't get my degree yet. Like I had too many credits I had like over the amount, but I had like the wrong classes. So like cause I didn't really care about that. I just wanted to learn what I wanted to learn. So I really took like 4 psychology classes. I took some sociology. I took some philosophy of Western religion. I took like oceanography. Just stuff like that. Just stuff so I could just like know about the world, learn stuff. And I got like a 3.6 GPA. I was smooth, What's that? I don't even know what that sound was. That was weird. Somebody leave a comment or something? I don't know. Anyways. Oh, I got the sound on. Anyways. Yeah, you feel me? Yeah, I just take whatever classes I felt like, and then I think I took like what was it? Oh, like a earth science or something. Yeah, I took like earth science, something like that, like some extra geography or something like that. I don't know. Oh yeah, and I took anthropology too. I think it was like a certain type of anthropology. I forgot, but basically it was about like evolution and stuff like that. So I just took like a bunch of courses, and then yeah, what's poppin' wobble? You know what I mean? Yeah, but I was just taking those courses, and then actually the class that I met the girl in was philosophy of Western religion, and I would just kind of like. It was weird how I even ended up like meeting her. Kind of, I was kind of like nervous at first, but then like a dude like this dude I was talking to was like, oh, you want to talk to her? Go talk to her. I was like, you know what? You right. Why am I even talking about talking to her? That's weird. So then I was just like, I went up and I did like I don't really believe in like negging too much to do it, but like, what's poppin'? L Wiz Boss man, what it do, man? The Wizard, but not And then I was like, cause my first girlfriend ever, she had like dimple piercings, and that's how she like gave her. Or no, she already had dimples, but then she put dimple piercings in her dimples. So then this girl, she had dimples, but they looked like the piercings. I could tell. So I was like, oh, what's up? My name's Alonzo. Da da da. You got dimple? Did you pierce your dimples? And she was just like, yeah. And then like I don't know, it smoothed it out. I was like, okay, yeah. I mean, I wasn't even planning on saying that. It just came off the top of the head. So that's what you got to do. That's a little free nugget of game. You could have like a spiel or like a go-to, but really just let it fly off the hip. That's the best way. Don't let it be just like some bullshit that you said that you want to say, but have it be like, oh, this like you see something. If you see something, you notice something about them that actually makes you want to say it, and it's not like a like, oh, you got a fat ass. You know what I'm saying? You got it's like she got like this one girl. I guess that's kind of a thing that I do, huh? Yeah, a girl that I was with for a while. The one that was the one that signed me up for college. She had Totoros on her feet, like tattooed, and I watched Totoro when I was little. I had like a bad dream about it, so I was like, I always remember. So I was like, I saw her feet, and I was like, oh, that was Totoro. And then she was like, oh yeah, everyone thinks they're Pokemon, but it's Totoro. So then like, yeah, so that can kind of break the ice. So that's like, I'll say like, look at them, look for something that stands out to you specifically. To you specifically, it has to be something that you know about, possibly more than they know about. So then all of a sudden, y'all are more linked than she thought, and then that you thought maybe even. You know what I'm saying? It's a good. I think it's a good signifier, really. If you pull up to her and there's nothing remarkable, you should probably, I don't know. If you looking to actually do something substantial, you would actually want to be around this person for a long time. Then like, yeah, find something remarkable. But otherwise, like, yeah, it's that they just finna be that. You know what I mean? They just finna be that. But so then, I did my college thing for a second. And then I ended up, I was trapping, and then my plug like got locked up or something. I think that's what happened. They got caught, and then I couldn't find no other plugs really. So like I kind of had to like even stop that. So then I ended up getting a job at a goddamn dispensary, at a weed dispensary. But it was like under the table. My boy worked there, and we was like our own manager while we worked there. So it was hella under the table. You know what I'm saying? And I had like the best numbers there because I was already a trapper. I already sold stuff. So I was like, yup, like I could just I just did my regular stuff. And then like sometimes, I might trap up out there too, you know what I'm saying? And then like we didn't really need security like that over there too, because like I would always have people over. Cause like I said, I was like I was still entrenched in street shit, you know what I'm saying? So like I'd always have just a whole bunch of people there. They'd see, you know what I'm saying? Somebody gonna see there's a whole like front room, like I had the homies there. I had all the homies there. It was like whatever. So like that was smooth, right? And then the girl that I met at the college, okay. Before it got to that point, I woke up one day. This is it right here. I woke up one day and just felt different. Everything was different. It just like every fiber in my bone felt different, and then I could see my trajectory just a lot clearer. I could see everybody's trajectory a lot clearer. I think I did a lot of thought stuff. Here's the thing. I was reading a book. Yeah, I was reading Think and Grow Rich around the time. Now before I was reading that though, I was reading The Art of Macking by Tariq Nasheed. You know what I mean? Is K-Flex on the book. But I read The Art of Macking. I actually read that a while ago, and I would keep up with it because what it did, it like laid out a lot of like archetypes of things. Like it kind of categorized a lot of things. It wasn't really about like the strategies and stuff that you would learn from it. It was more so like this is this, this is that. It was like a manual in a way, like a game manual to a game, but the game was really just macking. There was a little section for pimping, but honestly, I didn't really read that part. I wasn't trying to. You saying like only read this part if you like really trying to pimp, and I wasn't really trying to pimp back then. You know, I wasn't trying to do that. So, I think I might have eventually read it, but it didn't really teach me nothing I didn't know at that point. Because at that point, I was already in it. But anyways, so I think the books that I was reading and the homies that I was kicking it around, like, they was kind of like my homeboy was, he was dating a stripper. I think Stress was dating a stripper at the time. And then everybody was fucking with strippers and hoes and stuff. I was still fucking with my square girlfriend and trapping. Had a little job or whatever at the dispensary. It was cool, it was smooth. And I was rapping. Throughout all this, I was rapping too. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was rapping since I was like 17, but I take it like here and there. So, like I said at the beginning, I wasn't always Big Church. Before that, like when I was like banging or whatever, my name was Two Tone. Everybody called me Tone. Is that nigga Tone? That nigga Tone Low. Nigga Two Tone Low. That's what everybody knew me as, Tone. It's Tone. So then I did my rap name was Tone. We did like I don't know, I was off the drugs. It was like the Chronicles of Tone and Stress. And then I changed my thing to Tonathan McToneson because my name was Two Tone. And on Facebook, they wouldn't let you put a 2. They wouldn't let you start your name with a number. So then I had to put like Tone or Two Tone with a TWO. I didn't like that. So I was just like fucking around. I was like, I put Tonathan McToneson. There's just two tones. It's like John Johnson, Toneson, Tonathan McToneson. That's what my rap name was for a minute because I did that and then I started rapping with this nigga TK El Capone. He was rapping with Riff Raff and shit like that. So like he was one of my favorite rappers at the time. Then I started rapping with him and shit as Two Tone or Tonathan McToneson. They thought it was Tone the McToneson, but it's Tonathan McToneson. But anyways, all that's yeah. I was the first a thin person to say anything a thin. Yeah, Tone a thin. That was me in 2009. Tonathan McToneson. So then, where's I going with that? Oh yeah. So I was rapping at the time, and I saw my trajectory, and I was like, I'm not finna make it where I want to make it by doing what I'm doing right now. Like I could just see it. Like I did a show. I did some shows before that. I did a lot of shows before that, but I did a show like specifically. I think it was like a San Quentin show or some shit like that, right? And then I like met. I did like a song with D-Lo or some shit at a hotel after or some shit. It was like a D-Lo show. Oh, it was the whole thing, right? And then I just woke up one day and I was just different. I was just like, I'm not finna do what I need to do. I broke up with my girlfriend. And then, I kid you not, this is disgusting square shit. I smashed like 6 bitches the next week. Dead ass. Pow, 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 pow. Was recording half of it. I was going bonkers, right? And I did a show that week too. That's why I like smashed some bitch from the show that week too. Whatever the hell I was doing, all that right. Recorded some of it, and then yeah, that's how it went. And then I was working that weekend, and then old girl from college, she came over to the shop, and I don't know, I was wilding. I don't know what I was doing, but like then I think I said like, hey, I'm not gonna lie. Like I think she told me that she did. Oh, I don't know what happened first. She said that she did like some stuff on essay. If you know what essay is, you know what essay. I'm not about to tell you what it is, but she said she did some stuff on essay before, and I was like, oh, that's smooth, cool. And I was like, like basically, okay, you got some hoe in you, cool. I smashed like, I can't lie, I smashed like 6 bitches this week. Here, look, see? And I was like showing videos of it. I mean, I think she asked, I don't know, she either asked or I showed her. I was just like, yep, boom, 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 right? And then she went to like the back of the store kinda, and then like I kinda told my boy that I wanted to like have a plan about like moving her, you know what I'm saying? But then he was dating a stripper or whatever. So then he like went back there. I didn't tell him to do this or nothing. He went back there, said something to her. I don't know. Was trying to like big me up or something, and then came back to me. Was like, "Hey yo, go back there. She's already ready or something." I was like, "What? What the fuck are you talking about?" I was like, "Whatever." So I just went back there, and I like smacked her ass. I was like, "Oh, look like your ass got fatter." Anyways, wumpty wumpty. You trying to da 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 da? I gave her my spiel. You know what I'm saying? I had the whole plan in my whole plan cooked up where we would go do what, and then she was like, "Okay, yeah, we'll see about it." And then like later on, she like sent me like some half nudes or something, and like I never tried to talk to her at all before. I kind of had like a crush on her back in the day, but like I was just like, I don't know, you know, like I had a girlfriend at the time, and like I don't know, I just you know wasn't gonna do that, but then yeah. Cause I thought she was bad, you know what I'm saying? I was like, oh, she bad, but you know, like, I don't know how to put it. Like, basically, like, I felt like I was too, like, square at the time or whatever. But the thing is, I did a bunch of upgrades at the time. I bought a new car. I got, my teeth was hella crooked before. I got braces. I got a new car. I got, like, some new shoes. I got, like, a whole bunch of stuff. So that's why I be telling people, get a new car and new shoes, and then go attack the girl that was there the whole time. You know what I'm saying? Or the one that, you know, might feel a little bit out your reach or something like that. So then I did that, and then, yeah, I guess all that kind of gave me the confidence I needed. You know what I'm saying? I was confident before. I was more cocky before. Like, I had a confidence, but you know what I'm saying? Like, I hadn't pimped before. I hadn't took a girl somewhere to go make me some money like that before. But I had to, like, you know, I knew what to do. It's not fucking rocket science, but especially if you're like aware of things. Like I'm aware of things. I've been a street dude for, you know, zillions of years, whatever, for a long time. I started selling shit when I was like 14. So like I've been a street dude for a minute. I was banging when I was like 13. Like I've been out there for a minute. So then it ain't like I've heard enough. I could, you know, I can't lie. My first bitches, I guess you could say I LARPed it, but like that's what you got to do. And then she was like, okay, yeah, I'll pull up to the crib like Monday. You know, that was my next day off or whatever. Pull up Monday, and then we'll talk about it. She pulls up. I was doing the powder at the time, a whole lot of that. I had it, and I was like, yo, you trying to do something? She wasn't even trying to do nothing. She was trying to do something. So then it did something, you know what I'm saying? And I was, afterwards, I was like, oh, shit. Like, did something. Oh, yeah, and then we was like, okay, we figured out a way to get, like, a webcam. We was like, okay, you're going to do some webcamming and stuff. And then we're going to do that, but then we're also going to go to Portland and go hit these moves, you know what I'm saying? So then I did that, and then, so then I planned the trip for 2 weeks later, and at the shop that I was at, they ended up firing one of my boys that worked at the shop. It was only us 3 that worked at the shop. We worked on rotating days, but I just worked the weekend. But anyways, they fired him because they thought that he took some weed and he didn't take no. It was during my shift. I know what he did. Like I saw the part that they thought it was. It wasn't what they thought he did. Shit, if anything, I was taking weed. You know what I'm saying? So like, I was like, the fuck? Y'all trying to, nah. So basically we got mad and we quit. So I quit like a week after I planned that trip with her. So I was like, I already got something. I already requested the time off. And I was like, I already got something else lined up. But then I also ended up getting this other job too afterwards because I didn't know the whole like, I wasn't AOB, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't AOB yet, you know, by any means. It was all on me still at that point. So then I went there. I had like another job for a second, like movement thing, because my boy that also quit, he went and moved there. And he's a trapper too. So like, I just kicked it with like just hella trappers and shit. So like trappers, some Macs and shit. Like no like straight up ism though. You know what I'm saying? I had like touched bases with some ism, but they wasn't on my day to day. You know what I'm saying? So then I what happened? Oh yeah. So then I ended up hitting the move to Portland. And then like I got some money, right? And then I got some money again, and then I took her to the club later that night, and I just remember being outside the club at like 3:40 with like some wine and was like, damn, I'm really out here right now. Like, I'm really out here moving the bitch. Like, I'm really doing that right now. Like, it was kind of like, I don't know, like, I wasn't necessarily proud of myself, and I wouldn't necessarily say I was surprised. I was just like, how would I put it, like, remarked, or, you know what I'm saying? I was just very like, this is interesting. An interesting turn of events has put me in this position. I'm just like, you know, like a month ago, this was not forecasted. You know what I'm saying? A whole month ago, I was on a whole different trajectory. And I was like, I just did this. Oh, yeah. And by the way, I was like, I just made more money than I would make in like 2 or 3 weeks or some shit like that. Or like 2 weeks in a matter of hours in a day. I was like, I'm really doing this right now. And like I saw my boy try to do it with a whole bunch of speed bumps. I've seen my other boy try to do. I've seen people try to do it, and I've seen people do it kind of successfully. But like, let's say like hitting and missing a bit. I'm not gonna say that I was always hitting, but I was just like, I kind of know how to do this a lot better than I've been told. You know what I'm saying? Like anybody else I've really seen doing this, they're not doing it. What's poppin', man? What's poppin', my boy Jinx? What it do, man? But yeah, let's do something. I'm gonna tap in, yeah. Let's make it happen, yeah. But I did that my first day. I was just like, bruh, I'm putting in the motion. Like, I'm really doing this. That's crazy. I do it the next day. I do it again. I'm like, damn. But here's the thing. I did have to kind of turn up because I made some money, right? I made some money, but I didn't make enough to make up all the money that I spent, I would say. Cause like I went down there, I booked like a fly ass Airbnb. I'm not gonna say it was fly. It was very like, it was very cute. You know what I'm saying? Like it was a real like, it had like a cottage kind of vibe. Had like a fireplace, a whole bunch of. I was putting on the Ritz. You know what I'm saying? I was like, all right, we finna do. I was putting on the Ritz the way I knew how to put on the Ritz at the moment. You know what I'm saying? This is my first one, so I'm still thinking like I'm a dazzler with wealth. It's like I'm a really like. You know what I'm saying? I'm a really romance this one out. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't, you know what I'm saying? This is my first one. I mean, I still get like kind of, I don't be romantic like that now. You know what I'm saying? I got a different game now. You know? I mean, I can be. You know, I'll turn that on, but I gotta let you know that it's off until it's on. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, anyways, I did that. I spent a bunch on that. I spent a bunch on, I don't know, everything else. I really don't know how it wasn't enough to. Maybe I just said that shit. I don't fucking know. I don't know. But anyways, I was like, we gotta get more. You know what I'm saying? And I was off the at the time. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, I was cold blooded at that moment. I would have to say like I was the most cold blooded I've ever been at those moments. My first year doing it, I was cold. I was so cold that the girl that I broke up with, this is the first time I publicly broadcasted. The first girl I broke up with to start this whole thing, I was with her for 4 years. I broke up with her. I never thought that she was the type to do anything like that. I ended up knocking her under my wing. I had another one knocked on the wing. So then I had 3, you know what I'm saying? Like a few months after I started, right? But then I knocked the one that I broke up with, like, cause I felt mean too. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was mean to, like, all right, yeah, I'm just gonna break up with you out of the blue. I knew she was sad about it. And then it was like, yeah, you can come back, but you gotta, you know. And like saying it out loud, it doesn't seem that cold given who I am and what I do. But at the moment, it felt cold, but I was numb to it. So I was just like, yep, need that, yep. And then the other one, that was a cold situation too, but it was just some cold situations kind of, you know, a little bit. But then I ended up going to, I did a lot in Seattle at the time. And then I went down to Sac to try to do something. I got like a car accident. I got in like 2 car accidents in the same year. Never been in a car accident before. Never been in a car accident since. That was like 10 years ago. That's at least 10 years ago. It might be more than 10 years ago. Never, only in that like 2-3 span month of time or something, got in these car accidents. Honestly, because is there statute of limitations? I don't know. In Minecraft, I was yonked, bro. I was, and not drunk. I was off the Molly. I was off the I was on one. At those years, I was on one. I was on one the years before that too, but I would have like little spurts. Usually like once a year for like 3 months, I'll just be like on one, and then I'll just be off for the rest of the time. I might take like 2 years off maybe, and then it's like, all right, I'm about to be on one for like 4 months. I just be, because when I was 16, I sometimes I pop some Thiz. I'd be fuck around, be on one for like 3-4 days straight, rolling Thiz kid. You know what I'm saying? I was in the Bay sometimes too around that time. This is Hyphy area. You know what I'm saying? Hyphy era, Bay Area, and Sac, and up in Washington. It was a party all the time. So I was off the yeet. You know what I mean? I was, whoo. You know what I'm saying? My high school picture got me with like a Mac Dre shirt on. You know what I'm saying? Like riding the yellow bus. Like I was on one. Sometimes I'd take like a couple months off just to stop being off on one. But Thing is, I felt like I could take it. I felt like my brain chemistry shift. I used to be like I told you, I was paranoid. I was really cautious. It made me like stop being as cautious. And I was just like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Like, it'd make me daring. But the thing is, if you're smart and you're daring, you're probably gonna, you know, it increases your odds of success. So I was very successful. You know what I mean? I get off the yee and start doing my thing. You know what I mean? So, but now I'm older. I gotta chill out. I'm gonna fuck around and die. It's like dead assly. We'll fuck around and die. But yeah. So then I was off the yee and was doing my thing, and then I found out like I was at a dispensary in Tacoma, and this random dude, he saw my car. He's like, "Oh, that's a nice car. Want it? Hey yo, what you be doing?" Da da da. I was like, you know, a little this and that. See, how I got into it, it wasn't like, oh, I'm around a whole bunch of P's, so I'm about to do what they do. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, so I'm act. You know what I'm saying? It's the, you know what I'm saying? It's the ism. Yeah, that's what we doing. You know what I mean? I was not doing that. I got into this out of circumstance. I need bread. I need money. I have these skills. I am here for the job, and I need to do it. It's in my environment. It's all that's around, but it's not like my boys is like, yeah, we the P team. Like, nah. And honestly, I thought all that shit was hella corny. Not gonna lie. I'm really not gonna lie. You could tell by the way I talk, even like, I'll put on a little flagrance, you know what I'm saying? I might say it's him, you know what I'm saying? It's the guy. Really, I kind of got some of that. Even this little finger wag right here. There's this one guy. He probably knows this too. I make fun of it though. But now I put like a spin on it. You'd be like, yeah, it's Choose the Shark. Yeah, But he thought that he was like the P, you know what I'm saying? But low key, he kind of wasn't the P, you know what I mean? Like, he ended up getting a girlfriend. I smashed his girl, and then he came up to the shop, was like, hey, you have sex with my girl? I was like, yeah, you should probably not be with her. You know what I mean? Like, are you mad about it? Like, are you mad? Like, what's, like, you pulling up to my job talking about some shit. Are you mad? You know what I mean? And then he was like, no, or something. It's like homeboy wanted to get some weed. So I don't know. I ain't saying like you know what I'm saying? That don't make you not the P. There's a lot of other things that make you not the P. I'm not going to speak about those things necessarily because I'm not going to dirty your name. But you know. But anyways, but he'd be like, yeah, Choose the Shark. What is that? He'd like try to freestyle. And he'd try to record at my crib. You can never record a song. That shit was crazy. But I just record hella songs on my shit. But yeah, I'm like, yeah, big chat, yeah. Well, if I do something kind of like that, but I always said like yeah, that's my thing. I always did that. But that had nothing to do with him. So I kind of got some of that, like, because I'll just make fun of that. So low key, if you see me doing that, high key, don't be mad at me every P in the world. I'm kind of trolling because, like, I think that shit's hella corny. I ain't gonna lie. Like, when it's like, yeah, it's the motherfucking, if I say it, like, maybe if you say it a little smoother or something like that, but all that, I don't, niggas be putting too much on it. They put like way too much on it. So like, that's what, even when I did the first No Jumper shit, like I was low key trolling. No, I had the Versace shirt, like the same one that he had, but with like more gold and stuff like that on it. And I was just kind of like, yeah, you know, yeah, some real pimping, yeah. Like cause I'm actually really doing it. I actually really did the shit. Niggas be talking about they doing this and that. They doing some hard macking maybe. They doing some hard macking and assistant flat backing, but they ain't actually doing like the shit. You know what I'm saying? So like I was doing the shit, really doing the shit. Boy told me about Arizona. I went over to Arizona. Arizona was green and sweet. I was like, what? That's what people don't even know. I mean, if you know, you know. Oh yeah, thank you. Appreciate that. Yeah, I might put on I don't know if I have it over here. It's at my other crib, but I gotta get my sharp stuff so I can do some more sharp trolling. Cause yeah, he's like I don't know what stick he is. He's not that brand. He's not that specific brand of P. He's like old Cat Williams brand P. I'm like, come on, dog. Like we're so much fat. Like we've already had 2-3 evolutions since then. Like, and I'm not gonna say like my biggest motivation as far as being a P is like Mac Dre, you could say. But let's say like that's like your pinnacle. Like in a way, I'm like, okay, Mac Dre, he did it his way, his slang. You know what I'm saying? I did see that shit though. I did see that. I thought that was hilarious. He's like, oh, so, how do I change this shit, church? How do I switch it back, church? How do I change the mods, church? Help. I'm too old. I don't know how to do this shit, church. That shit is hella funny. Hey, Lush he's got a good impersonation. His sounds a little more like Alex Jones, but like, Basically, if you want to do a sharp impersonation, all you have to do is here, let me get some water. It's gonna hurt. All you have to do is do a Cat Williams and then put rasp on it. So, I went to the store the other day. And then if you put a little bit more, what I know about Mac Dre, man, stop it. What you mean? What do you mean? Nah, I'm a California bear. What'd he say? I quote this one all the time. You put me on the spot. Nah, he said, basically saying he had to yell at a bitch. Something about that. And it's the song California Bear. But he said something about yelling at a bitch in there. Hold on, I'm about to slap that shit. Hold up. I like some of the deeper cuts by him, but let me see. Don't get me on a Mac Dre. Hey, I had Trill TV and Trill TV 2 playing on a loop in my room for 2 years straight while I was off the beans and shrooms. Don't do that. All right? Don't ask me what I know about Mac Dre, man. He's got too many slaps, man. He's got way too many slaps, man. Yeah. Hold up.
But we know every family moves at the...
Wow. Drizzle. California hot boy making it sizzle. Yarra. I'm a roper smoker, love the yoker, Chevy when I'm Richter. Used to post up on the block with dope I got from Victor.
This was not a hypey one though. This was just a cool little snooter.
Get whole bucks, man, so much I ran game and pimped her. My thing got twisters, 2 sets like sisters. Dabbins and choppers, there's no stopping, mister. A California bear, all up in your ear while I'm playing with your hair. Bitch, I'm a...
Yeah, I'm a California bear, all up in your ear while I'm playing with your hair. Bitch, I'm a player. What you mean? Nah. This one's my jam for real, but I mean this one's everybody's jam. So it's not like a, you know what I'm saying?
Dre rock the
It's
jewel
not
with
the
the clear stone.
It's not a deep cut
Get
at
on
all.
the nigga head like some earphones. I'm finna spit it with a clear tone. Get your attention. The biggest thing since the TV invention. Dope is Zola, a big shot to show off. Plus I'm a big pimp. I get toe off. Fuck a good job. She need a good jaw. Sell BJs till her mouth get raw. I'm from the California coast. Beaches and bridges. Hit the cot, get ghost. I don't be sleeping with bitches. I got a cool nut. Sitting on wires. Vogues, bitch, not Michelin tires. Can't control my desires. I buy from Nordstrom's, not Fred Meyers. I do a lot of weed, love my suppliers. You keep it, fuck the blood off my supplier. Man, I'm bigger than life. I do it magnum. About these broke bitches, I'm through with having them. Dre Bogart, he shoving, he pushing. Start a war for nothing like G.W. Bush. We be loving the kush, but only in the backwood. Not a backwood, we ain't all that good. I'm from the streets where most need heat, but I slice a nigga up like some roast beef meat.
Anyways, I forgot. I just unmonetized my shit. I don't really care. I don't care yet. I don't even care yet. I think I need like a zillion more watch hours before I get my shit monetized like that. I don't care right now. I'm getting money in other ways right now, man. No, siree, Bob. That's not my job. I'm a pimp/rapper. Oh, it says, it's not my job. I don't do that. I'm a pimp/rapper. I thought you knew that. And we don't do that. Should tell the dudes, you know, be walking in some brand new shoes. Oh, you a fool. I watch myself. One false move. I might stop thyself. Sometimes I'm not myself. I'm another man. I'm a rock star in another band. Plus, I'm the man with the plan in his hand. Soon we'll be all playing in sand. Cause to my estimations and calculations and all the money I made off the rompilation, I'm finna get as many digits. That's on my license plate. And shit on some of these midgets, bitch, I can't wait. Don't ask me what I know about the Mac, man. Now what's cold is that my cousins, they know all the Mac Dre shit bar for bar. I can't do it like them. My cousin Mark and Roman, they'll do that shit bar for bar. He's on my cousin Roman. He's the one that's tapped me on one of my other videos here. Where's he at, man? He need to come over. But nah, so yeah, what was going on? Oh yeah, they told me about AZ. I came over. It was green and sweet and all that, man. AZ, yeah. So then I did that. Y'all, you know this the crazy lore story. I've never even told this story out here. Never told this story. I used to be a little embarrassed by it, but I don't really like whatever. Cause it's actually lightweight triumphant, but it's just kind of like weird. You know what I'm saying? So then like, oh yeah, it all coincides with this part too. Oh, it's two soft spot stories, man. All right, so my bro Stress. This is why it was relevant to the story. He always had a family history of schizophrenia in his lineage. Like his grandpa had schizophrenia, his uncle had schizophrenia, he was in prison and stuff. So he was dating this stripper, and this stripper smoked meth. We didn't really know about that. It was the homie's cousin, but she smoked meth. And then around the time I started doing my thing, it got weird. A lot of the people around me, they started kind of hating because I was getting money. They was talking about, I don't know, they was saying weird shit. Like the homie that tried to help me with the girls, I guess. I don't even know if he helped me. Whatever. He tried to say like I was some like Paris Hilton nigga about something because he used to stay at my grandma's house. I don't know what the hell that got to do with anything. Stress had a psychotic break, found out he was smoking meth, and then thought that Tupac was his dad, thought that Slim Jim from Ray Shremmerd was subliminally saying stuff through his Instagram captions. He had 4 or 5 kids, I don't know at that time, by 4 different baby mamas, and he said, all my kids are yours. They're your kids. You basically like I fucking God and Joseph them. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm just like, what? And then he tried to say like my mama was trying to come on to him, and it was just out of pocket. It put me and my mom in like a group text and was just like wigging out. And I was like, what has happened? So then at my grandma's house, my mom ended up finding a meth pipe in the closet. And I was like, what the fuck? This nigga smoking meth? My best friend of 13 years since I was 11 is smoking meth and having a psychotic break. That shit threw me through a loop. That's probably why I was wigging out as hard. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't know what, like, I told you, we was always symbiotic before, like I said earlier. So it was like I had to cut off a piece of myself. And he was like a lot more like let's say confident and stuff and like really assured in stuff. And I was always real like analytical. We complimented each other. And I had to just become more. I was already like more like, I don't know, you know what I'm saying? I've always been like cautious. I second guess a lot of things, not even always myself, but like I'm aware of my own fallibility. I'm not infallible. I'm a human. I know mistakes can be made, so I work really hard on making things go correctly, and I don't know, you know what I'm saying? Like not even like safe, like, you know what I'm saying? Just cautious. Like I said, if I'm hitting a lick, I'm checking to make sure the there's no alarms and the doors locked behind me so they can't come in. I'm making sure nobody's home. I'm doing, you know, I'm cautious before I'm gonna get the loot. But I'll let y'all get the loot while I figure that out. So we work like that. So he was like, so I had to like, basically I had to grow up real quick. I had to grow up real quick. I was already grown, but I had to like become, more of a man than I was, I guess you could say. So that happened, and then I ended up going to Arizona, and then I basically moved out there, and then the girl that got him smoking meth, I knocked her out of pure spite. I didn't touch her. I didn't fuck with her or nothing. I told her sweet nothings. I told you I was the most cold-blooded I ever been at this moment. I just knew how to be cold and calculated to pull off whatever. So like I told you, I was reading Think and Grow Rich around the time. I learned manifestation. I learned it really good. I'm not trying to pat my back too hard, but I learned how to manifest. I'm not going to come out here preaching and tell you that you're the master of your own destiny, but I will say with enough brain computing power put in the direction of your desired outcome, you'll get some form of it. That's all I'm gonna say. Some form of it. It's not gonna go exactly where you're gonna go, but you're gonna think of it like golf. You know what I'm saying? The hole's over there. You could get a hole in one, but you're gonna get somewhere over there, and that's pretty much like manifesting. You can get in that ballpark. So here's the thing. I manifested, you could say like when I left Washington, the point was to get onto, because I would always try to get onto like different like rap blogs and stuff, but there's like certain gates. You can't get onto certain ones unless you either pay or you become like a certain type of person. And at the time, this is like 2014, 15, around that kind of time period, getting on either like World Star or No Jumper at the time was like, that pretty much meant you made it. So I left and I was like, I need to get on to like No Jumper. I need to get on No Jumper and Say Cheese as much as like by like any means essentially. But also I need to get rich and I need to become, like, I felt like I was behind because I started it kind of late. I started it when I was like 23, 24-ish. And a lot of P's that I knew started like a lot sooner. So I, like, they was doing it when they was like 17, 18 and stuff like that. So I was like, all right, I gotta like accelerate. I gotta put my foot on all gas. Like I gotta cut every corner. You know what I'm saying? So I knocked her because I knew that she smoked meth, and I was like, I don't know, like I was like, I don't know, I knew the tweaker mind. You know what I'm saying? I sold stuff, so like I know the tweaker mind. I just knew how to get her over. So I got her over out of pure spite. Had her giving me money, and then she was saying that she wasn't doing no meth. And I was gonna like continue working with her, and like it was under like the I'm gonna help you like stop doing that. You want to change your life, wompty wompty, yeah. And then I saw that she was still smoking meth or something like that. So then I kicked her out and left her stranded in Arizona. Boop. Grabbed her suitcase, took it out, said, "Get out." And then it made me feel a little better. It was like revenge. I was like, you're going to pay for taking my brother from me, and then you're going to walk. You're going to pay. You're going to walk, you're going to pay, you're going to walk. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure I made her buy her own ticket, too. Like, I was cold with it. I was like, nah. Fuck you, bitch. So then, so around that time, the girl that I was originally working with, she was like bipolar. She wig out to the point basically her mom basically like gave her to me. If that's like, it's the craziest. I don't know. Not even crazy because like, how do I put it? She was putting her mom through so much, like doing a whole lot for nothing. But I would like be able to handle it because remember I took all those psychology classes. And I kind of like, I got ADHD. I kind of understand the neurodivergent mind a little bit more. So like, I was able to kind of like handle her, you know. So like the mom would see how I would handle her, I guess, and like I had a good relationship with her mom. So then she was just kind of like, you do what you're gonna do. Do that. She would see like mom saw me with the other girls and stuff too. Like it was hella regular, you know. So then she what'd she do? Oh yeah. So we was fighting a bunch at the time, right? I was still kind of like I'm still green at this point. I'd only been doing it for about a year. And then she messaged or she commented on Sauce Walker's girl's picture or something. She's like having like a beef with some girl. And I was like listening to Sauce Walker and stuff at the time. I listened to like a lot of like pimp rappers and shit like that. And then so then it was Austin Monroe. Yeah. Austin Monroe. So then Austin Monroe hit her up trying to knock her, and then she was telling me about it. And I was like, oh, and then like we like had like a big old fight, and then she was like, I'm just gonna do that, and I was like, all right, do that then. So then she ended up leaving, going to Sauce Walker for 2 days. You know what I'm saying? I told you I was so zonked out of shit at the moment. I'm cold. I'm not saying zonked out, but like my emotions is off at this moment. I'm not saying I don't care, but I was like, how do I turn this into like a positive situation? You know what I'm saying? She still left her dog and stuff at the crib, whatever the hell. I was taking care of the dog. I just like, how do I put it? I just changed my whole attitude about it. I was like, how do I turn this to a positive? I went down her comments and her like the girls that I was messing with, her comments, her friends, all that stuff. Found any girl that was like kind of like a fan of her or anything like that. I was hitting them up. Hey, you trying to slide wompty wompty, trying to slide wompty wompty, trying to slide wompty wompty, right? And then I got like 2 of them to be trying to slide, and I already arranged for them to pull up. And then while she was there, this is the only time I really do that. Like I told you, I was green around the time. I was doing a whole lot of like dirty macking and like I still like was in her ear. Like she was still texting me back. We still talking. So I was just like calling what he would do and what the girl would do, calling the dynamic, and then would like, how do I put it? Basically, I was like micro manipulating the situation from where I was at. I did that, made her feel a certain way about the way that things were doing based off of my minor manipulations. And then she ended up coming back after 2 days based off of that. And then while it was going on, she was telling me what they was doing. And then when she came back, she was telling me essentially the ways that they were going about doing what they was doing to try to game her. And then, what? Okay, so then she said like, oh, a thing that he did, he like bought a car like that day or something like that, some shit like that. So then I was like, okay. So remember I said like, oh, I started late. I need to accelerate as much as I could. I was like, I took it as like I'm gonna like, one thing that I'm really good at doing, I got like a Drake effect to a lot of things that I do or see people do. I can see what somebody does and I'll be like, I see what you're doing, but this is how I would do it. And then do like my own rendition of it, right? So it wasn't necessarily like I didn't take nobody's sauce necessarily. It was just like, oh, okay, you make a big purchase that day, make it seem like what you're doing that day is what you do every day type shit, right? But then she sees you upgrade in like an accelerated pace. And then it was doing other things. Other things was like slightly like just slight negging. So I would call it like, okay, they're doing that because of this. And so because I was like reverse engineering it, but at the same time like making it look bad. You know what I mean? So like making my brand look and seem better based off of it. Because I was able to see like the chinks in the moves that they was doing. So I was like, oh yeah, like if anything, it gave me more confidence in it because I was like, that's not even that like it's lowbrow shit. Like it's not that manipulative. Like it's not like the stuff that I do. Honestly, I'm not trying to sound like diabolical, but like it's a lot more effort to it. Let's just say that there's a lot more mental, you know, a lot more mental gymnastics for sure. I could put people in a tighter hole. You know what I'm saying? So, anyways, not trying. So anyway, I took it and I took her back in, but I didn't touch her for like a week. I was like, nah, I need a certain amount before like we even do anything like that. And then I had one of her homegirls or whatever, fuck, a fan, something like that. I don't know, friend, acquaintance, I don't fucking know. A girl who was trying to do it, you know what I'm saying? Had her come through, bought a car like that day, you know what I'm saying? Had her come through, had her for a minute, and then like the other friend came through, had her. So then I had my good 30 toes in. So then I did that, and then it was cool. Thing is, they was all 20. All of them was 20. So I could only go to certain clubs. I couldn't go to clubs that you could drink at. But that's why I went to AZ, because you could work at clubs that you could drink at as long as you was 19. So I did that. They was all 20. So then I was waiting until they was 21 to make more happen with what we was doing with the club stuff. But then I was going to like, because of where we could go with certain clubs, and I was going to do different moves, had a whole like set plan. And then I had like argument. Oh, one of the girls I ended up dropping off up at Washington because she just, I don't know, she had like a weird attitude. I was over it with her. I don't know. I think I think the other girls didn't like her that much. So it was like whatever. So then went to what happened? Oh, okay. So yeah. Anyways, she was bipolar. Other girl had like, she drank a lot. Too much. She wild out. So it was just a powder keg of just problems over there for a while. I ended up getting like this big ass crib in Buckeye, in Arizona. Like it was like, I don't know, like almost 4,000 square feet. It was like a big ass house, like stripping poles, had all kind of shit, whatever the fuck, right? But it's in Buckeye. It was hella far, but like still, it was fun, kind of. But then what happened? They would like fight a bunch, you know what I'm saying? Like about like some stupid shit, and then like it would go too far, bipolar would flare up, whatever. It would just like do too much, and then at a point it just kind of got to like and then like, but then and then we'd like fly out other girls and stuff from Washington. I work with them, had them come through for a while, break on them for a bit, you know what I'm saying? And then we had like another fight or something. I don't know. Cops was getting called, all kind of stuff like that. It was just too much. And then I told her like, oh, you know what? Don't even like call me daddy no more. You know what? It's cool. So then she ended up going off with a dude that knocked Austin Monroe from Sauce Walker like a while ago. But then she ended up going back. But anyway, this is all in the family. I don't know. So anyway, she went over there, and then 2 weeks after that, I ended up going up to talking to. Actually, 2 weeks after that, I ended up dropping like my first music video again, like starting rapping again since I started in the game. Cause I was in the before I was in the game, I was rapping and trapping and shit. But then I didn't. I pretty much stopped rapping once I got like in the game because I was just like I was focusing. Remember I said like I need to accelerate as much as I can. So I did that, and then So after the Lil Sauce Walker thing, I was with her for like, I don't know, maybe like almost another year, like another like 11 months or something like that. I don't know. And then she ended up leaving with that dude. I started rapping again, like literally like when she was in my video. And then the video dropped 2 weeks later. I started meeting a whole bunch of other people in Arizona. And then I went up to Washington 2 weeks after that. And then I met Kitty. And then I talked to her about stuff. Got her to come to Arizona. And then it was a pretty, like, I'm not necessarily gonna swap, but I don't know. It was just like, boom. All right, boom. So, like, I guess you say, like, I've never been, like, afraid to, like, lose, you know, a girl. Like, it's unfortunate. One thing I just don't like, I don't like losing people that are, like, close to me, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't like, because I had someone really close to me. I can't, you know, he's got schizophrenia and stuff now. So, like, that kind of hurt. It kind of made it hard for me to even have people really be that close to me. So, like I don't know. Like, I've had a lot of friends since then, but like that was my best friend, and I haven't had a friend to that level since. But I would say the closest thing to that would be like the girls after a while, because, you know, you're making money with them like that. So it kind of, I would say that kind of hurts, as far as like, it doesn't hurt like, oh, I'm gonna lose my money, and it's not even like, oh, I'm losing like the love of my life. It's just like, oh, you know, I don't want to say bye to people that I'm close to like that all the time no more. But like, I'm never like afraid of losing that, because I can't, you know what I'm saying? I can always do something. Very capable man. But nah, so then we're leading to the big church. We're leading to it. So then, this is a big part of it too. Back in the day, before I was even in the game, way back in the day, me and my boy D-Milk, and even like stress, or like fucking kind of stress, but like my nigga Pablo, just like a bunch of people, we would just say like church. Like, we'd just be like, all right, church. Like, yeah, church. Like, but we'd be like church. Like, we'd say like oh, that's extra affirmative, church. You know what I'm saying? Oh, but they'd be like, oh, like if something was like let's say the party's bumped, we'd just be like, oh, it's not church in there. Like, it's not church. You know what I'm saying? Like, or something's cool, like, oh, that shit's hella church. Like, that shit's like mad church. Like, that shit's hella church. Like, it's not even used in the same context as like the church, you know what I'm saying? I just so happen to be a P that just so happened to say church a whole lot. No, I don't even say none of the other stuff a whole lot. It's just church, you know what I'm saying? But the thing is, we kind of synonymized it with like player. Like, oh, it's hella player. Like, oh, that hat's hella church, man. Like, yeah, it's hella player. Like, I came through hella church, you know what I mean? So that would be like hella church. Like, that's why I would just say like, oh, that's hella church. Like, that would be like mainly what I would say. And then like, so I got kind of like mad after I left to Arizona, like halfway, because because there was bread there, but I stayed because it was like all my friends that I had back in the day, I thought we was player, and we are not acting player. Everybody squared up, everybody fucking everybody's hating, acting hella weird. This nigga super switched up on me. Everybody's like, someone tried to say like one of my fucking chains was fake. It was a gold chain. It was like it was a 3-band Cuban. Oh, that's Tiger Beast. What's up, Tiger Beast? I'm over here telling my life story. Shit, you remember half this shit, nigga. You can go back and watch what you ain't seen. You'll see like, oh yeah, he's talking about that shit. I know him since I was like 11, bro. Maybe 10. I don't know. What's poppin', Tiger? Yeah. That's nigga Anthony Jones. I'm gonna fed you out, nigga. You said I'm Tiger Beast. Nigga, that's Anthony. But nah, yeah, man. So I was like, everybody's not being player. They're not being church. And then my name was Tonathan McTonson. I just got so tired of saying Tonathan McTonson to motherfuckers. And they were like, Tonathan McTonson, Tona what? Like, they just didn't know what the fuck I was saying. Just Tone. I was like, man, I need something more marketable. So This is what happened. I was still rapping as Tonathan McToneson. This is what happened. I was driving one day. Okay, this isn't me driving one day, actually. So I flew this girl out from Seattle. I flew her out to get to working. You know what I mean? And then I had another girl. I had Kitty at the crib, but then I had the other girl that used to drink too much. We had split apart, but then we came back. But she was staying at a hotel up the street. Oh, thank you, bro. I appreciate it, man. Yeah. So then I went up there. Okay. I picked the girl up. I took her to Cheesecake Factory. I picked her up from the airport. Took her to. Okay. It starts off like this. I take Kitty to work. She's working at the strip club. I pick up the girl from the airport. This girl from Seattle. Actually, this one boy, this one nigga. God, I can't remember his name. I remember his IG thing was like MB206 or something like that. But he told me about the girl. It was like, hey yo, kid, she fagging off on me. Can you make it work? I was like, bet. Send her to me. Sent her to me. Or he didn't send her to me, but he like threw me her contact info or whatever the hell, like her Instagram, and I did the work from there. You know, I don't do all that. Like, just trade a. No, that's weird. But no, he let me know about her. Then I said, I picked her up from the airport. We went to Cheesecake Factory. I had a bottle of Henny. I was hitting the bottle of Henny. I take her to get her license, to get her dancing license. I took her to her hotel, dropped her off at her hotel, went over to the other girl, took her to work, I think, something like that. And then, oh no, I think Kitty wasn't even at work yet. That's what it was. I did not take Kitty to work at the morning. Yeah, I took her to work. I took the other girl to work. So then I dropped the other girl off to audition at other clubs. Took her, want to. She did that. And then I think I took her back over to her hotel. And then got some bread or something, you know what I'm saying? And then went over to take Kitty to work. I think I had to get the other girls like her some like clothes or some heels or some shit. I remember taking them all at a point. And then one girl said something. She said something I ain't really like that much. One girl. I said, how often am I right? What percentage would you say? She said, about 56%. I was like, 50. Don't say slightly more than half. What? You're the one who's wrong, you drunk bitch. Anyways, nah. That pissed me off. That's what I remember about that day. I should remember a lot more about that day, but I remember that. I was like, I should have just left her ass there. Pissed me off. Don't you say 56% in front of the bitch. Ooh. But she was mad. I had just brought her back because I kicked her out. So she was over here. She's probably mad because, you know, there's another girl already. You know what I'm saying? She's like, she wants to have that new girl feel again. Nah, man. Get your bitch ass on. Pissed me off. But anyways, so then I dropped Kitty off. I'm over drinking at the bar at the hotel that the other girl's staying at, not the one that I just brought. You know what I'm saying? They all had different spots. I learned a while ago I had to keep them kind of separated. I put them all together too much. They started doing too much. You know what I mean? I got all kinds of stories like that. They was doing too much. I'll tell you about those ones next stream or something, but I'll talk about all the girl conflicts, man. Never count paper in front of, man, I always count. Don't let them count it. Give me the money first. I'ma count it. You know what I mean? That's what I say. No, I count it in front of that. Yeah. I'll count their money in front of them. What are you talking about? Anyways, so nah. But so then I'm not kidding, but but yeah. So then So then oh yeah. So then the other girl, I dropped her off at a club that she ended up doing. But then she was like, she wanted to do some other moves. And the way that I did it is I put them out there first. I want to see what you could do without me. Just do that. And then next time, I'm going to tell you everything that you did wrong. And then I'm gonna give you some other different game plan to go in with. And then you're going to see what it's like with me. You know what I'm saying? That's how I do it. So like, she wanted something the first day that was crazy. I was like, I had to see what you could do. And then she was cussing or something. I pulled up outside the club, threw her bag, threw her hotel key, and said, you know, do your thing. Bounce. She's like, really? She thought I was finna argue with her. She thought I was finna reason with her. No. I told you the game plan. I told you what we was finna do. You don't like the results. And you're gonna cuss me out or something like that. Call me out my name in some way. She didn't call me no bitch or nothing, but I don't know what she said. She said something that pissed me off. It don't take much, but she said something that pissed me off. Like, I'm not gonna I'll say it. I have a higher threshold. If a nigga's talking shit, okay, cool, you're talking shit. You're just coming from you're just hating or whatever the fuck. I don't know what the fuck you saying. You can't really say too much that'll make me wanna beat you up, honestly. Like even if a nigga calls me a bitch low key, I can't let niggas just call me a bitch like that, but I really don't care that much. I really don't if you say something about somebody that I'm with or that I fuck with, I'm gonna be madder than if you said something about me. But if a bitch says something, if a bitch that I'm fucking with says something crazy to me, oh, that's blasphemy. If a bitch I'm not fucking with says something crazy to me, that's crazy as hell. Oh, no. Not even on no misogyny shit. Just where do you get off? It's one thing we're niggas, we're talking you're talking kind of crazy. You talking kind of crazy, but you know you don't want it. So you're doing this for everybody else. You're not doing it for, and you're trying to make me prove it to you or something, and you don't want me to prove it to you because then you'll be a victim. You know what I'm saying? But I'm already a dude. You know that I can suplex you. So why are you talking crazy? Now you're making me suppress all kinds of, not even suppress, but it's where do you get off? I don't know. And another thing, I'm very respectful to women. I'm very respectful if I'm in front of you and stuff like that. I might say a little joke here and there or something, but everything is pretty lighthearted. So it's unless I'm telling it to you real straight and real frank, you know what I'm saying? If I'm really being real direct and speaking with a lot of conviction, that's different. But if you call me a whole bunch of wounds, a nigga's not gonna call you a whole bunch of that you look like a crackhead, honestly. Why are you even doing all that? So if you do call a nigga, but you gotta be crafty. You're gonna be talking jokes and shit like that, if anything. Most time a nigga talking shit I'm not gonna say it's always jokes because there's some truth in it to they're hating. They're really trying to piss you off. But unless you do something to me, that's different. If you touch me, I'm gonna beat the fuck out of you. But if you just talking shit, you're just talking shit, and that just makes me look weak, honestly. If you're talking shit now, I want to beat you up, that looks weak as hell. And then what do we look like shouting at each other? Two niggas, that's my. Now we're we might as well just fight. Why am I using all this energy to yell at you, nigga? The fuck. But if the bitch says something, all right, either I'm flashing or I go or I'm going. Either way, this situation has to. It basically, because it can get to that point too, then it's why are you even doing that? If anything, it's manipulative because you know that I can't hit you. I'm not gonna hit you. I don't want to hit you. So why are you being all aggressive? Why are you saying some shit that would even make me do? So now you get to just berate. That's crazy. That's manipulative as hell. It's fucked up. I'm not letting you do that. You feel me? I will vacate the premises, make you vacate the premises, or yell at you until somebody vacates the premises. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But don't touch me. That would be crazy. But so yeah. So then I dropped her off. This is the climax of the story. I dropped her off, and then I pulled up, or I went all the way to Buckeye, I drove hella far. I was drunk as hell. I was at the bar. I had a whole bottle. I drank that shit. I got pulled over. Oh yeah, I had cocaine on me too. No. I got pulled over with that on me. And then they impounded my car. They took 2 bands from me. They took all my weed. They took a bunch of stuff. They ended up taking Kitty home. And I had to, they took me to the intake or whatever. They got my blood test. They got me with like a DUI, all kinds of stuff like that. And then I got out. They took me home and gave me a long form arrest. So I didn't even like go to jail. Cause I was like, fuck, I'm gonna go to jail. They're like, no, you don't gotta worry about it. But they took my phone, and I tried to like distract them with that to make them think that there was gonna be like some ism stuff and make them look for that and not worry about any of the other stuff. But then they ended up finding more stuff about the coke stuff. So I was like, no. But they gave me like a long form thing. And then they took me home. And then the next day I was like, damn, I'm fucked up. They took some money from me. They took my car. I gotta go get my car out. I had to do all kinds of stuff. I didn't even have an AZ license. They took my Washington license. They took all that, right? And then I was like, all right, if I'm about to be rapping for real, I need something, like my name got to be way more marketable. What's something that's synonymous with me, synonymous with what I do, and I could market it or whatever. And I looked it up. I looked up all kinds of stuff with it. This was crazy. The amount of media presence that the church don't really got like that. It's like, I'm looking up the stuff. I see my stuff with stuff. I put up big chest, I kind of see some stuff. The last thing posted will be something from like 10 years ago or something like that. I'm like, okay. Like I always knew it was Don Juan and stuff like that. But I didn't look at niggas on the internet looking for pimping or nothing like that. I don't know about the pimp world on the internet. I know about like the pimp world on the internet, but I don't know about the pimp world on the internet. I don't know about like pimps that talk about pimping on the internet. Like that's never what I looked at. Like before I did the Sharp interview, I knew who he was like the week before. I never knew the dude. I think I might have seen him like on my feed, like I don't know, like arguing on like with like fucking what's it, like Sinful or some shit like that. Like I knew of that just off of like algorithms, but I never like looked up like pimp stuff. Like the congregation, like. I never looked that up. I never did none of that. So I was like, okay. I had tried out some shit. I was like, okay, Lil Church, Big Church. I'm not gonna be Lil Church because who's gonna like nigga? I'm not. You know what I mean? Like it's the big one. You know what I'm saying? Not the little one. So then like I was thinking of some other things and stuff. You know, I could have just toned it. But then like there's too many like other tones. Like Fat Tone. Fat Tone's the nigga that fucking shot Mac Dre. I don't like that shit. I don't want to see that every time I see my name, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, nah. And plus, nigga, they gave me the name Tone. That was stress. That was stress, man. I lost my brother, so I don't even want to go by this name no more. So it's just like, all right, Church synonymous with player, and I don't think everybody's be a player. So I'm Big Church. And I'm like, okay, that sounds like some big shoes. I like that. Big Church, yeah. Yeah, Big Church. So then I did a song called like Good Game. And I didn't even know Good Game is I don't know how Stress is doing, bro. Why would you ask me that? It's fucked up. But nah, I don't even know who Good Game is. And I ain't even know I'm over here Big Church Good Game. I ain't even like that's a whole other pimp. I just thought I got good. I said it in the song. So it's kind of like weird how like this is why I say like I know how to manifest, but like I knew what I was trying to do, but I didn't know like I was damn near doing like a life seance to fucking for the church to fucking, you know what I mean, like to acknowledge me or something like that. I ain't even cool. Yeah, you don't know. I watch the rest of the shit. I said what happened earlier, but yeah. Anyways, where was I going? So yeah, I did a song called "Good Game." I had blonde, hella long hair. I cut that shit off, and then I still had some frosted tips. Basically, I don't know. This shit was interesting, but yeah. So I did that. And that's when I was still in the game for real. And then that was smooth. I did I was doing a different Big Church, the kind. It was some trap shit, but all I was talking about was pimping. It was pimping Slime Cedo or something like that. You know what I'm saying? So I liked what I was doing. You know what I'm saying with all that. And then yeah, so that's how my name ended up being Big Church. I was like, yep, it is. I guess I kind of coined it, but I was already doing that, and that was synonymous. Me and my boys would do that, but kind of because of me. And then I did some songs called Church as Tony McToneson. So I was just appreciate it, man. Yeah, so yeah, so it was just kind of my word. When I got off the phone, I'd be all right, Church. All right, Church. Every time I got off the phone, that was my word. That was my word. That was my ad lib to life. There's and Church. That. Those are the things that I said. So for a motherfucker to try to say oh, you're not Big Church, Big Church. Nigga, I'm more Big Church than anybody would be Big Church. Nigga, that shit just doesn't revolve into your life like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm Big Church. That's and what's crazy. And he won't even admit it like that, is that I talked to Sharp after that, talking about that, and he apologized and said oh, you should have started off with that. You should have just said that. I wouldn't even did all that. I didn't even know. But he ain't gonna admit that. He ain't gonna admit that. And that's why I don't like him. That's why I don't like him. I don't not like him because of the interview. I don't like him because we talked after the interview, right after, but then we talked on the phone after for hours. And he didn't do anything that he said that he was gonna do. And he would act one way with me and another way. It's one thing if you act a way. How do I put it? I mean, I guess if you're being finessey, you're being a grimy nigga, cool. But if you act one way when we're by ourselves, and then another way when people are around or when cameras are on, that's weird. That's hella weird to me. I can say that I'll do that. I act a different way in front of people, but not as far as where I align with you. You know what I'm saying? Everybody does different things when they're around each other, and around different types of people and stuff like that. But don't make it look like we got we're gonna do something or something a certain way, and then not even about he said that we would do stuff cool, and if we don't, I don't care about that. I don't care about that. Don't speak on me or speak ill of me or make it seem like I'm some type of way if we've already talked about that. And here's another thing. If you tried to make it seem like something and we corrected it, you was in the wrong technically, you should reinstate something. Not saying oh, it's on him to basically he should apologize publicly. Don't apologize to me privately. If you're gonna talk a bunch of shit publicly, then apologize publicly. You know what I'm saying? And not even apologize because that was mean or something like that. I just mean you know what I'm saying? You know how you was acting. So don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Don't act one way, or one way one day and another the other. I don't like that shit. I don't like that shit. So, and you know what? I am kind of sensitive about stuff like that. I see things in personal situations that some people might not take personally, but I take them personally. I don't always act on it. I just note it, and I'm like, okay, I see you as a lesser of a person now because I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't be like that. I feel like that's a stain on your character in a certain way. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. Yeah, you need to see it. But nah, where was I going to? Yeah, so then I was doing that as Big Church and stuff like that. But then right, I started rapping as Big Church. And then but then right when I got my first like church piece, like the other church chain, it's at my other crib. It's not here, but COVID hit that same exact like month that I got my chain, and then my plan at the time was like, oh, Big Church. Now it's gonna be like stamped. I got the chain. It's pretty much like a billboard. Boom. I'm gonna go and I'm gonna knock hella hoes now. That's pretty much. I was like, oh yeah, I'm that nigga now. I got the chain. Yeah, back in the day, this is kind of like manifestation in a way. I did a song as Tony McToneson called "Just to Rock a Chain," and I was like, "Just to rock a chain," you know, like it had a good little thing. You know what I'm saying? It was a cool little thing. Some people still remember it and still like, hey, I remember this with it, and I fuck with that. But so I was like, yeah, once I get that chain, like, you know, this is back in that time. It's like, damn, you know how bad you want your first chain like that. Like I had chains, but I wanted like that diamond pen. I wanted VS1s or some shit. I wanted like bang, you know what I'm saying? So then I got it, and then COVID hit, and then I was like, damn, I gotta. They shut all the clubs down because I was finna hit the strip club. Like, oh yeah, y'all already knew me. Now y'all see me. Y'all see the new, not the newbie, but you know what I'm saying. You knew me, but now you see the new me. So what you trying to do? You know what I mean? But nah. So then I was really trying to do that. That was my plan. I'm so hurt, but it don't matter because COVID hit, and then I ended up switching to OF, and then I cut off one of the girls I was working with. Wumpty. I cut off all the other girls and just focused on Kitty's OF because there was more work that needed to be done as far as like spreading attention and stuff like that. Like, it's not like less is more at that range. Now, if you get all wheels spinning on that one page, and then you can get more going on another page. But there's always like more that could be done on one page because you can scale it from, you know, making like $100 a month to scaling it to making like $1 million a month. You know what I'm saying? So like it's all on one page. You could turn it like you're basically like the girl can be in 1,000 places at once. You could turn it into 1,000 girls at once essentially. So it's like, you know, I kind of had to focus on one page. So then I did that, and it turned me up even more. I ended up being able to make way more money than I would have made just off the streets. At least that I know of. I don't know what my trajectory would have been necessarily. You know, we was having like good like 2K nights and shit like that. You know, you can hit 3 if it's like crazy. You know, it's a good time. But like I wasn't like, you know, I was alright at the game. I was how would I put it? My success rate was always like high as far as like we're not gonna get in no trouble. Everything's gonna be good. We're gonna have money. We can go shopping. You know what I'm saying? We're good. But like, then I got to like the OF stuff, and that's when I was really able to like flex my mind with it. Because I'm not gonna say like I was always like under like I don't know like when you sending girls, you're sending them on your behalf, and you kind of they're working as an extension of you, but like they're still not you. And it's not like oh if I was the bitch I would, but like yeah if I was the bitch I think I would do like 99% of the bitches. You know what I'm saying? I'd outdo them. Like if I could put my brain inside of these girls, oh yeah, they'd be monsters. Absolute demons. Absolute demons. You know what I'm saying? So like, you know what I'm saying? I was able to not be like, oh, this is what I would do this, and hope that they do what I tell them to do. Shit, I'm gonna do it. Not like I'm gonna do, but I'm a message. See, look, this is the message. This is exactly. You can't go on the date with the bitch and coach her as she go on the date. I mean, you can kind of like, you know what I'm saying? She could text you, you could text back. That's what you got to do. You got to be kind of like on call. She can call you, can call, talk about it, but you can't like in basketball, you know, like do now you do the shot. Like I can't, shake ass for her. I'm not doing that. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't like pull it like, hey, so this is how you talk to the trick. Like I can't do that, but I can literally do that right there. So the ability to imprint your information onto the girl is way better on there. You know what I'm saying? So it was just like, oh, finally, like I got like, I didn't have as many like, what's it called? Like barriers, you know, like it got easy. So it was like, oh yeah, I get to actually flex it. So did that and was getting good off that, right? But then the Telegram channel that not channel, but like the group, there's a whole bunch of groups and stuff. But basically, Kazumi was in one of the groups. So then Kazumi was shout out Kazumi. She said like, oh, Josh from No Jumper wants more girls for the No Jumper like Patreon thing and stuff like that. So then I was like, oh yeah, hit them about that. And then, we did, and that's how they did that. And then they did the Patreon, but then the week before, not even the week before, but like the day right before that, like the night that we was in Burbank, we watched the interview or whatever, the Blue Jasmine one with Sharp, and it was like, oh, like I was like, man, this fucking guy, bro. I was like, this fucking guy. Why is he even like? He's saying that he can do this and that, and not even this and that. He's saying like you should do better, but not saying what's better. That was my biggest gripe. I was like, why didn't you even tell her anything that she could do this better? Like all you did was say like you can start a business, and it was like, what the fuck? Like what else? Like what else? So then I was trying to tell this nigga what you could do, and he was like, oh, what's the digital baby? So like whatever. But anyway, so I saw that and was like, oh, I pitched it to them right after. I said it to like AD. I was like, hey yo, like I want to interview with Sharp. He was like, oh, what, are you like a pimp? You want to get interviewed? I didn't say I want to interview with Sharp. I said something else. I said like I want to talk to Sharp. I think I just said like I want to talk to him. That probably sounded like kind of aggressive. I want to talk to him. And he's like, oh, are you like a pimp? You want to get interviewed? And I was like, something like that. That probably sounded like I got like a personal vendetta with him or something. I was just like, I just want to talk about the thing. I just wanted to have like a little. And I was like, oh, you can make it like a new game versus old game kind of thing. And they're like, oh, that could go viral. And I was like, yeah. Like I always try to think of like just bringing value to a place. As far as like if I'm gonna come up and I'm just like, hey, I want to do the thing. I'm like, hey, I have this like idea that I think you could profit off of it. You know what I'm saying? But like it's something I want to do. So like you trying to do that? That's what I'm all about. I'm all about that win-win, quid pro quo. You know what I'm saying? I fuck with that reciprocation, balance. That's what I fuck with. It's only right. That's how you have harmony. Can't have harmony. You can't have a melody without harmony. You can't have harmony without, you know what I'm saying, coming together with it. So yeah, so that's what I mean, like, as far as, like, manifestation, I left, and I was like, I need to get, like, onto one of these, like, bigger things, one of these platforms. But I didn't even get there based off of my music necessarily. I got there just off of what I do with my life. So that's where like that was one of the biggest takeaways from it was like do what you do best. You got to do what you do best. It's going to get you those places even if you don't get there the way that you thought that you was gonna get there. And look, if I was just like a rapper, and especially in that time, like in 2015, 16, 17 or something, if I would have got an interview, that probably would do like M's and stuff like that. If I was to do an interview in like 2020 just as a rapper, it's not gonna get M's, you know what I'm saying? And like right now, especially how things are, it's not gonna get M's. What gets M's on there now is debauchery. You know what I'm saying? Bullshit. So like, I ended up doing debauchery and bullshit, and you know what I'm saying? Like, I kept my mind open for the opportunity to do the thing that was my goal to do. But like, I always thought like Adam would, like, how do I put it? Like he reminds me of a lot of people back home, like back in Washington State. I would say like that's like my main home. Really, I mean like my home is like Northern California, but like my formative years were more like in Washington State. So like over in Tacoma, he reminds me of like a Tacoma white boy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I know like some BMXers like Milk and God, I can't remember his name. I can't remember his name. I was gonna say Don. Is his name Don? I think his name's Don. But that's my grandpa. That's too many other people's names. But nah. But he I used to buy hella weed, smoke hella weed with that nigga, man. Yeah. I gotta look and see. He's the homie. He wouldn't come around as much. He was too much about his paper. I fuck with that. He was real tough about his BMXing. What is it? Yeah. He seems like a Tacoma white boy skater pretty much. So like, he was like into a lot of the same kind of shit. And honestly, I wanted to get there, and then I wanted to bring like some of my friends, cause I feel like they would like get along. Like I want to like Bubba and Milk and them to come through at a point and stuff like that. And fuck with them. I wanted them to meet each other, because I think they would all fuck with each other. So that's why I was like, you remind me of like my people back up there. So I don't know. And he was like into like a lot of like his shit's called No Jumper. He like Gucci Mane, obviously. You know what I'm saying? I'm a huge Gucci head. You know what I'm saying? I got bird tatted on my fucking arm, but you know what I'm saying? It kind of sucks the recent revelations. I don't know. You don't know what you're gonna do until you put in a situation. But I don't know. I feel like I wouldn't have did that. But I don't know, dog. They said there's federal. One of his people was a goddamn, basically a cop, so he had to say something. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not gonna speak on it. That's Gucci. But so like I was a big Gucci head. I liked like the rappers that he would have on there essentially. I mean, I wasn't really big in like Suicide Boys and shit like that. But like I liked, you know, like SoundCloud rap and shit like that back then. And not a lot of other people liked that too much. I always like really experimental or like whatever like the next. I see rap music as like a figure, like a shape, and it changes. It's a form, and it changes as time goes by, and it sharpens. If anything, it kind of like you gain more perspective and more nuance based off of what happened before it. It builds upon itself, so you can like a favorite part and stuff like that, and you can. How do I put it? And you can even be mad at the way that it's going, but you still like to appreciate rap and hip hop as the form that it is. I think you have to be in tune with what's happening right now. Cause it's the context. How do I put it? I'm hella hungry. It's only formed based off the context that came before it. So if you don't like the direction that music is going or something like that, like you can't be mad at the person that's making the music that's changing. All they're doing is building on top of it. You could say that you don't like the Lego that they put on, but that's the Legos they had. Like it's forming what it's forming. It's a life form, and it grows and it changes. So like let's say like you liked shit from 2009, cool, but that's not it. Like it's not it anymore. That's not, and it's kind of tied to trends and what's going on in the world. So like you can have like, what's it called? I'm hungry. I can't think of words. What Whatever that shit is when you like reminisce on shit back. Nostalgia. You barely listen. Yeah, it's crazy. You can have nostalgia and go listen to some old shit. Or listen to stuff functionally to like make yourself feel good, like certain gym music, or you want to dance, so you listen to this type of music and stuff. But like, you have to see where I'm excited about what music happens tomorrow. I'm excited about what's happening. I'm always excited about what's happening with music. There's no like, I mean, I can say there's certain eras that I like more than others, but it's all developed upon itself. If you don't like what's going on right now, I feel like you don't really like music like that, or at least rap music. You don't like rap music like that. Like, cause the reason why somebody raps the way that they rap right now is because somebody that used to rap a certain way, and they rap that way because somebody that used to rap a certain way. Not saying they got it from them, but they developed it based off of that. You couldn't get a Yeet without, let's say, dead ass, like Chief Keef. If Chief Keef never happened, Yeet can't happen the way that it happens. So like I guess you could say like, oh, you're gonna make music this way, so now it's gonna go this direction. I mean, I guess if you're mad, change the direction then. Make it the way that it should go. But it should never stay stagnant. It's never gonna stay exactly where it's at. It's fluid. It's gonna change. Or else that's gonna get boring. Like this, you can't make the same song over and over again. You can make the same song in different ways, but like, why? Why would you even do that? That's like stopping technology or something like that. I see it like technology, like it builds upon itself. Like, sure, like you miss back when there weren't iPhones, but like you miss what is done to stuff, because you can just not have that shit. Just don't have that shit, and watch how much your life like sucks. I don't know. It's still better. You know what I'm saying? You just don't like it the way that you like it. So like, I don't know. Like I like your Rockets. You know what I'm saying? I like right now. I like Fox BD. I'm listening to Zucchini. I like to monitor people's careers and see how they grow, what they do based off of it, because it's all based off of what happened before. And really, I like stuff that's more like I guess you could say like not worldly, but like I don't like regional music that much. Some of it is regional, like Atlanta stuff and Memphis stuff, but that stuff's not really like regional, because that kind of dictates what's happening in overall hip hop. Like Detroit music, it's regional, but it's broken to other places. Whereas like West Coast music, like it's way too regional. Like if you don't live in LA, you're not gonna understand what half the shit they're talking about is. Like dead ass. Like you're not going to. But like, and they'll say some stuff and they'll make it sound kind of cool, but it's not so cool that it's like, I don't even know what he said and this shit's fly. You know what I'm saying? The only person that kind of did that was like Blueface and like Draco. Blueface and Draco was the only niggas where it's like, I don't even know what they saying, but that shit's fire. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you gotta break down lyrics. You don't even gotta break down the lyrics with them. That shit's just fire. You know what I'm saying? But like, other than that, I mean, like Shoreline kinda, it didn't matter because this was more like a vibe. It had nothing to do with like their artistry. But like, I don't know. Like, I guess like YG went farther, but like the sound that everyone likes or that they know of from LA other than Shoreline is pretty much just YG shit. Pretty much like that, just like that bouncy whatever. Because before that it wasn't like that. Before that it was like Nip. So he's the one that made like that bouncy club kind of stuff. And honestly, I am not a fan of it. I don't like that shit at all. I just don't. I never have. There's never been a moment where I'm like, you know what, this is no. I just don't. It doesn't move music forward. It doesn't do anything to my mind at all. But like, yeah, I don't like it. But like, I like it when people are cutting edge. Like when Blueface popped. 2017, Blueface is goated for no fucking reason. I don't know why he ever. I mean, people change though. You know, they should change. But I mean, niggas should have built off of that. I mean, a bunch of other people tried to build off of that and stuff. So it's like, niggas wasn't just letting their voice crack while they was just like talking about popping at the bitch, you know? just talking about ways to dazzle the bitch. That 2017 Blueface is goated. Hold up. We need some. Which one was it? Yeah. I think this is the first one I heard from this nigga. I saw this shit on World Star. Yeah, I was like, what is this nigga on, bro? Hold up.
Hey, Yimpin.
Hey, what's good,
My
bro?
guy, what's up with you, bro? I missed you. I ain't seen you since last week, man. Got that piece ready for you?
Got it ready for you, bro. Solid gold.
Damn.
Yes, diamond.
Right,
Got that
schoolyard.
Blueface 101.
Schoolyard.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you like that, huh?
Niggas, basically, if you can make yourself low-key seem like a Pokemon, then, like, you should be up. You know what I'm saying? If you can't even make yourself seem like a Pokemon, I don't even want to listen to you, bro. Like, you need, schoolyard. Dead homies. Ooh. Yeah, you need those, and then you gotta have like a silhouette. Who's that Pokemon? You know what I'm saying? I think that's a major key to the rap game. You gotta have a fire silhouette. You need a silhouette that just like, yeah. That's a cheat code. Anyways.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, hey.
Yeah, alright.
See?
Shit, ready, iced out. There you go. You already know.
See, he's just spamming all of his spamming his soundboard.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you like that, huh, baby? Yeah, hey. See?
Shit, ready, iced out. There you go. You already know.
Yeah, all right. You like that, huh, baby?
Okay.
Yeah, I'm on you. What's up with you, though?
FB producing all the heat.
This takes me back.
Blueface, baby.
I saw this. I was like, okay, the West got some.
If I show up, I need a bag for the show. Ooh, damn, I'm finna fuck us. Kick a dough, get it out of racks for the dough.
Ooh, damn,
I'm finna fuck us. Pussy pics in my DM,
I ain't even asked for those.
Ooh, damn, I'm finna fuck us.
them.
Suck the dick and balls, baby. I love a nasty hoe. Ooh, damn, I'm
Yo,
finna.
he said that part. He said like, pussy pics in my DM. I ain't even asked for those. Ooh, damn, I'm finna fuck them. Like, that sold me right there. I was like, all right, he knows something. You know, it's just one thing when it's like, okay, I'm acting like I'm player. It's like, oh, okay, he's speaking the deep cuts. When you know what I'm saying? When you player, sometimes you get in the pussy pics and you ain't even asked for them. He's like, I ain't even want those, bitch. I want the throat. I want throat and some money. You showed me the wrong thing, but let me know that I can get the right thing. You know what I mean? He said, I'm finna fuck them. Yeah, I'm finna fuck them bucks up, baby. Yeah, thank you. Thank you for giving me a preview display of how nasty you gonna get for your boy. Yeah. Know what I mean? So, yeah, I like that. When he said that shit, I was like, all right, bro.
Blueface, baby.
Pussy pics, I ain't even asked for that.
Yeah. Alright.
Not even pussy pics. Pussy
If I
pics in
show up,
my
I need a
DMs.
bag for the show. Ooh, damn.
He said that's a rando.
Fuck us. Kick a dough, get it out of racks for the dough. Ooh, damn, I'm finna fuck us. Pussy pics in my DMs,
I ain't even asked for those.
Ooh, damn, I'm finna fuck us. Suck the dick and balls, baby. I look nasty hoe. Ooh, damn, I'm finna fuck us. Bitch love with it ball. She must have been a catcher, cause she don't run it all. I beat the pussy out the park like I'm Barry Bonds. I put the pussy in debt. Bitch, take this Uncle Tom. The hate be so real, the love be so fake.
And they say some shit like he was off beat. I never heard it as off beat. I was like, oh, he's just gassing, bro. He's just gassing on the fucking track.
I keep the floor for the lot. I fuck the evens and beat the odds, baby. You see the space tap? Beat the odds.
See, he caught that. He said, da-da-da-da-da. You see the space tap? It caught on the beat.
I don't want a job. I get paid to show up like a fucking god. Fucking nigga mean. I'm a famous crib. Fucking square bob. You see I'm at the tip. Now she finna top. Make that pussy pop. I give her hood dick. I take a bitch.
I'm also kind of biased with, I don't know, I am kind of biased with Crips. I can't lie. I'm not gonna tell you why, but you can discern it for yourself. But I got bias.
So, do a bitch cold. Give her a runny nose. Treat the pussy like it's smoky. Take this big worm. I fuck a bitch edges off like a bad perm. Fuck a bad baby. Take this rug burn. If I show up, I need a bag for the show. Ooh,
See, he's just hella powered up. You know what I'm saying? Let me take that.
damn.
Take the booty off. Bro is powered up for no reason. Let's get this nigga's ass up out of here, bro. Yeah, bro is off his rocker for no reason. You know what I'm saying? And like, what's crazy is I didn't even know about Draco like that at this time. But then I thought he was cool, but I only heard him like a little bit because of what was it? Kitty's like homegirl. She was like we was riding all together, and then she put on like a Draco song, and I was like, oh, okay. She's like, this is what I've been listening to. I was like, oh, okay, that's cool. And then like I peeped it a little bit later. I don't remember what the first song I heard from him was that was hella. I was like, oh, this nigga different. I remember last time. It was actually last time I talked to Stress. I was telling him about it. That was around when I first heard about it. But I talked to him on like PlayStation Network, fucking like 2021 or 2022. Like he got out of prison or something, and then it was the only time I talked to him since the whole schizophrenia thing. And he told me what had happened since then. He's still kind of a little, you know, still not exactly the same person that I grew up with, but he can still play Grand Theft Auto. I know that. He's still fire at Grand Theft Auto. I don't know. But I was telling him about Draco. I was like, yeah, Draco hard. Like I was like, you would like this nigga. I was like, you would like him. You should slap. You should slap him. And then but I know that was around that time. But I know I was listening to him a little bit more before that. Like it was like, God, I can't, cause I was managing the homie. And I wanted him to get a Draco feature. I was finna help put up on that shit, not gonna lie. I dead ass was. I was like, yo, they was talking to, who was it? Either one of the, I don't know, someone in a circle. It wasn't evil, but they was talking to somebody. Like Ron or something. Not Ron. But yeah, so then, what was I saying? Oh yeah, but I was slapping around that. I remember when I first got my Benz, I was like, the whole point I remember telling them was like, I need subs so I could slap Draco. Like I just need to slap Draco right now. I was off the beans at that time. Yes, I was off the shit, and I was like, I need to slap Draco. Like I was at Best Buy and shit. I was like, yo, I need whatever makes Draco slap. That's the first thing I would play on my shit. I was like, here. That was the tester. I was like, we're playing Draco. It needs to slap Draco hard. So then, what song was it? Because I'm not going to lie, like, the Impatient Freestyle and Flu Flamin', honestly, those aren't my favorite songs by him. I mean, I know he had to do those in order to get to those. They're cool. Like, they're cool songs. They're better than, like, other people's songs. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'd rather listen to, like, to me is like, let's say mid Draco. I'd rather listen to mid Draco before I listen to, like, good fucking YG, let's just say. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I don't want to hear. I don't want to hear.
There's the usual sports books. And then there's Fanatics
but
Sportsbook.
I'll listen to some.
Only Fanatics rewards your loyalty with up to 10% fan cash on your bets. And as fair.
I think it was this. I was slapping this after whip. I was like, I need this. Oh.
I just had to blade the block. Stick on me, leave a nigga bleeding out. We job whips that you niggas dream about. You really want me, come see what the team about. It's some shit on me. Everybody back, it's some shit on me. It's some shit on me. Tell these niggas back, it's some shit on me. It's some shit on me. Everybody back, it's some shit on me. It's some shit on me. Tell these niggas back, it's some shit on me. 200K to roll, bouncing some shit on me. Don't let him reach, we'll terrorize his big homie. Magic stick on him, caught him at the wrist hugging. Humpty Dumpty, you know I had to slump him. How he fell off the wall, this shit was ugly. Take the lease off the bitch, I know you love her. She talking down on me to you cause we fucking. Pockets husky, you know I'm finna dub her. Dumb bitch don't want no Instagram lover. Never will I trust her, I'm geeking off her upper. Make loving your cousin's Archie Bunker. Never will I trust her, I'm geeking off her upper.
Geeking off her upper. You know who really slapped though? I don't know why he didn't like pop off even harder. Now he be podcast up. Probably because he's like, man, I need that bread, but this one was my slap.
What's wrong with this bitch? What's wrong with this dumbass? How you gonna leave Mr. Perfect though? Perfect bitch. Look at you. Fast forward. Best thing that ever happened. 3 weeks later. Funky ass. You back with your baby daddy. Pump. When you ride phone, you ain't gotta do the deuces. When a nigga pull up, that's when a bitch start choosing. She was supposed to turn her on to prostitution. When a bitch left me, that's when a bitch started losing. I'm Mr. Perfect, bitch. You's a worthless bitch. Was it worth it, bitch? We the Mr. Perfect, bitch. Bitch left me for a spot on the couch. Shame on you. Had her baby daddy mama house. Now who's really the fool? And I ain't taking you back. Mama told me about fucking with rats. Sorry, mama, I admit I was checking my traps. Dog ass nigga, bitch, say I'm foul. Tell a bitch quick, put this big dick in your mouth. I'm Mr. Perfect, bitch. My life a movie and shit. You miss $1,000 dates up at your koozie and shit. You wanna leave me, bitch, over some he say shit. Back with your last nigga, you know he hella boozy and shit. I taught you better ride phone, you ain't gotta do the deuces. When a nigga pull up, that's when a bitch started choosing. She was supposed to turn her on to prostitution. When a bitch left me, that's when a bitch started losing. I'm Mr. Perfect, bitch. You's a worthless bitch.
But the first song that I listened to when I first like when I was sitting there that night in Portland, and I was like, damn, I'm really doing this right now. It's crazy. It was this song.
At Cox, your internet and mobile price won't change for 5 years. From 5 Halloweens to 5 4th of Julys. Same price, guaranteed. Cox, a step ahead. Requires 2 gig speeds and gig unlimited mobile. Taxes and fees excluded from price lock. Mobile data speeds reduced after 20 gigs. I'm gonna get the ad free next time. I promise.
Oh, y'all don't need to see that. Y'all can just hear the song.
I took the OG and rolled it up. I took the codeine and pulled it up. A two-door coupe is all I start up. Got my little boo all designered up. I sip the lean till it ain't no love. I smoke OG till it ain't no love. A two-door.
So yeah, I was slapping this. I think I was in like a 2-door coupe or something. So
coupe is all I start up. Got my little boo all designered up. My jelly boo cost $1,000. Too much seafood, I had slow it up. Too many racks, I can't fold it up. Bought some Ref Simmons and fucked them up. My partner and them, they be stretching though. Bought them Sex Fifth and bought a Pico. All white SS, it ain't got no note. White hoe credit score said 94. This bitch I'm with don't want no one else. She bring the guap back all by herself. I'm rocking Balmain without a belt. I sip the lean before the ice melt. I took the OG and rolled it up. I took the.
Anyway, so that's what I was slapping that first night. I was like, damn. I was drunk. I was high as hell. I was like, damn. I'm really out here, man. And then just ran it up for the next 12 years or so. And now we over here. And I'm telling y'all the story. It's documented. I hope you children like my story. Hope it doesn't keep you up at night. But I think the grand takeaways are manifestation is real. It's just not what you think. Focus on doing the things that you're good at. And always be cautious. But if you're gonna be cautious, be bold because you're already cautious. You know what I mean? Oh yeah, and what made me do the yeah. I left a hole in the story earlier, but I'll get to that. I'll get to it. But yeah, man. No. If I don't never say it, then I'll never say it. It'll never be said. But basically, if I was finna like go to like if you know what I'm saying, like I would go to jail. It put things into perspective. I was like, dang, I got caught up with all that. What if I went to jail for hella long? Like I gotta be serious about this, cause I could have been cooked. So it just gave me perspective. I was like, oh no, I almost got cooked. I gotta go all the way. And hey, you know what I'm saying? Just a rocket chain, man. It's the biggest. Look around, you see a bigger one? I ain't seen a bigger big church chain ever. Know what I mean? Get a bigger one.